Dan Soder was at your bar Tuesday night.
He was.
At
He was at Factory 380.
And I heard the Nate and Trent went, I believe. And
Nate and
Frankie. And said it was just
Maybe
like
Trent
the
too.
funniest thing they've ever seen. And I just like live comedy. When I saw Sherrod Small, like probably 15 years ago, I was like, that's the funniest comedian of all time. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And then I saw Ricky Velez live. He was opening up for Pete Davidson. And I was like, no, that's the funniest thing of all time. And these are, obviously great and talented comedians. But, like, in my mind, when I see it live and I'm in that element, I'm like, this is the pinnacle of comedy. Nothing has ever been funnier. So when you then...
Because it's almost like I've said about bars where, like, when the bar door swings shut behind you, you're
in an experience. You're in a moment.
You've come to an agreement with everyone else in the bar being like, look, whatever's happening outside, fuck it. We're getting drunk.
Yeah, we're laughing.
And
we're going to laugh. We're going to say some
things.
things.
We're going to hear some shit.
Bare
we're
our
say some
soul.
fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, Shane Gillis has a new special out, and it's in Austin. I guess next door is a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And towards the end of the set, I guess it's later in the night, so they turn the music up, and you can kind of hear the music. And he's like, God fucking damn, man. Music's so much better than what I do.
Dude, Shane. The reason I brought up Soder was because I was also going to bring up Shane, and I think that like if you're watching Soder or listening to Soder on his shows, Shane Gillis, Chrissy D, like there's and maybe it's just because we've gotten into it recently, and the internet has like there's so much exposure now that you can consume so many of these comics. But I feel like there's some sort of like golden age, renaissance, one of those like catchphrases going on where there are just some fucking hilarious people who are still very accessible right now. Like Dave Chappelle, you got to pay like $150 for a ticket face value to get into his show at like Red Rocks.
Yeah.
You're not going to see, and actually that's not true because those guys do pop-ins, but like Soder being at Factory, Gillis putting out a free YouTube special. Like this is quality comedy that is still affordable, sometimes free altogether. I think Shane's going to crush. He did like 215,000 views the first day.
Really?
Like, like the Sam Morrills and Mark Normans, like I think Sam did a few million. I think Mark did like 7.5 mil. 7.5 is a lot to catch, but like Shane, I feel like has, he's riding a wave right now too. Like there's gonna be millions of views on that YouTube, and he motherfucking Beyonce'd it.
Yeah.
He just dropped an album.
Shane doesn't do like promotion.
He doesn't. So I said he did one thing. He made himself into the Drake album cover.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, like, I don't know if you credit Drake or his team or his art team or whatever.
That was done by like an actual artist.
Right, but you know what I mean. It's more just more just like a concept than like it's an emoji. You know
But he it's this artist. I was reading. Actually, the GQ review of CLB was, I thought, very spot on. Where it's like Drake can do this forever. It's what is it? It's actually, they had a great quote where it's like it was fucking. He said it's almost like someone told Drake what Brad Pitt told Matt Damon in Ocean's 11. It's like, I forget the quote exactly, but it's like, be funny, but don't make him laugh. Be interesting, but don't make him think. Be memorable, but as soon as you walk away, make sure he forgets you. And it's like, that's what Drake albums are. Like they're like they got your attention, but like they don't.
It's not gonna stick. It's not gonna last. Yeah. And he'll just keep doing it forever.
And he's like, they're like, he can do this for 80 more
I do
years.
think that's he's prolific though. He puts out a lot of shit. Like, I think that that's a product of it too. It's like you can wait and put out these like deep albums, but it takes people like 4 years. You know, sometimes I'd rather, like Justin Timberlake have only put out like 2 albums his whole life. It's like what the fuck, man? It's music, But that album cover, I saw some sort of stat about like, and I don't know who tracks these things. Like I was just saying off camera, we should just make up statistics now. But like the amount of copying and usage of that template was like broke the internet. It was like truly unprecedented shit. Because when I first saw it, I was kind of like, that's kind of like a cop out. It's just like emojis. Like it's not original or anything, but it's like, nope. Somebody knew that this is gonna be catchy and replicable and all that shit. But Shane made himself into it. It was like him holding like a beer, and he said album out or special drops tomorrow, I think it was. And that was it. That was the only promotion. And I texted him like, no promo. Like, huh? Beyonce, just surprise album. And I was like, that's cocky, dude. And he was like, no, it's stupid. He's like, I don't like doing promo. I'm not good at it. I was like,
I get that. I get that.
But it also becomes like, I'm talking about it now. So it's like, I don't know if he thought through it like that, but it's almost like you get promo by not doing the promo. You know, it's the old, like, I didn't fill in the essay. I turned it in, you know?
What's a risk?
This is a risk. So, man, if you live in New York or you're on the internet, these guys are just so fucking funny. I love, like, Frankie finding out about Soder and, like, watching people. You know, it's like showing somebody a video they've never seen or telling them a story they haven't heard or breaking news when you and I think they know who Soder was, but I don't know if they had ever seen his act. When you know someone and, like, you watch those people for the first time, it's like,
Frankie saw Soder because when we were in Detroit, he was talking about he had just seen Soder, and he was doing, like, you know, Soder does, like, the high pitched voice, and he just kept doing, "You're a naughty little boy," because I guess Soder has a bit where he doesn't care about babies crying on planes, because that's what happened when I was on the plane. I'd come off the plane talking about how I just took my headphones out and let the baby win because, like, it was crying so loud and.
You were turning it up.
It was
just like,
it was coming over the earphones, and I was like, there was too much noise with the music and the baby, and I was like, fine, fuck it, you win.
Yeah.
I'll listen to the baby cry. And he said that he had seen Soder do a spit, and it was like, he doesn't care about babies crying. He cares about when, like, they can talk. He's like, and they don't shut up.
Yeah.
And he's like, he'll wait on the end of the jetway and be like, "Oh, you're a naughty little boy." Have that, like, a 6-year-old who wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Soder's gonna get arrested doing that. Jesus Christ.
Okay, well, you should see fucking Gillis's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the whole thing yet. Is there?
He thought I'm going to
I want to know.
He thought I'm going to see his niece's 6th and 7th grade volleyball team, and he goes,
"Oh my God!" The bit about picking age of consent.
Yeah.
Rhode Island, you're up first. 12. No, dude. No.
Why do I have to go first? It's the hardest one to go first.
The hardest one to go first on. That's what I really, really appreciate comedy. Like, it would have been funny if he just said, "Why'd I have to go first?" But the added, like, this is the hardest one to go first on. Add that extra line is just so fucking funny.
He says that's the best way to get out of going to, like, your nephew's stuff. It's like when someone's like, "You want to go to, like, the T-ball game?" Like, what grade are they in? 4th. Oh, man.
Uninvited. Disinvited. See you never. Yeah, it's the little kids on the plane, I thought was a internet, like, trope, but I guess people really do get that mad about it, huh?
Oh, God, I guess. I mean, like, I was a little annoyed, but it wasn't, like, you know, I didn't do anything. I didn't turn around. Someone gonna shut that baby up? Someone gonna slap that kid?
What I don't get, something happens when people get on a plane where they think that they are, like, entitled to things being the exact way that they are. Like, I mean, we've talked about it before, but I will never understand the outrage on the reclining of the seat.
No.
I've
done it. I've become a recliner. I never did it.
Why would you not?
I've become a recliner.
They gave you the option. Everyone can recline. And let's be honest, it doesn't change your experience if you're behind it that much.
No, it doesn't.
Like
you're right. You're right. I've been most of my life until fairly recently. I've been a staunchly anti-recliner. I never cared if someone reclined in front of me, but I didn't recline because I'm a pussy. I've changed my ways. I recline now.
If it, like, moved the whole seat back and, like, hit your feet or something, but, you know, if something goes like this to this and then you just go like that, I just don't fucking get the crazy outrage of, like, you have to sit in a chair the way I want you to sit in your chair, even though it's made to do this, and babies can't make noise around me. It's like, shut the fuck up. Even before I had kids, and now once I do have kids, I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you're inconvenienced by it, because they ruined my life. You just finished up another video here on KFC Radio, so click subscribe. If you've watched it all the way through, you know that you like our content. You know you're going to watch more of our content in the future, so click subscribe now, and it'll just pop up on your YouTube. You won't miss anything.
It is free. I promise you
that. $0.
Free for you, great for us.
Click it.